Hi there, this is Duke of Many Things here at the home for Orphaned Dice, and today we're talking spots, or lack of, or variations on. Obviously your ordinary dice, your ordinary six-sided, your ordinary 7 sets, typically these days have just numbers on. Of the sets I have, there are 2 exceptions, such that Roman numerals only 1 to 3 on one of my maxi sets. That's a set that's not over large in its size, but the number of members in the set. You can see that one, and where are you? You're here. There. That there D8 again. Roman numerals. This is only what. Those are the only 2 in my collection with Roman numerals demarking your face value. Okay. So what have we got other than spots? So there is a set I have. I'm calling them a set not because they've got one each of the varieties, but because they are confacial. Every member in the set has the same number of sides, but if you can get a close up there, look at that. Skulls for the spots. How edgy am I? Now, a more typical example, things without spots, but look at that. Numbers, but they are the powers of 2. Come from a gambling convention within the game of blackjack, where you're doubling again, doubling again, doubling again. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, correction. 2, 4, 8, 16. 32, 64. Again, we can come to another gentleman. Okay, this 7-sided, but it's got numbers and it's got spots. Remarkable in that respect. What other varieties? Obviously the ordinary D6 but Chinese pattern I've mentioned before. Red on the 4 and the 1, blue everywhere else, and the 2 is differently imprinted as well. Yes, that happens with more than one. This I believe was a promotional. Instead of the 5 you've got a V. I believe that's the insignia of the convention it came from. This again a D8. Not sure what. Must be some variety of war games that I'm not familiar with. But even blank faces on there. This set here, he says, picking them off. Again, confacial, all but together, all D6s, but they, he says, where did I put the rest of them? You were in here all together and now you've dispersed. Any road. These have got instructions on, they are snooker dice. Roll the dice to play snooker with. Let's see what else we. Oh yeah, so these wooden D6s numbered 1 to 3 twice came with a Morgan Mindy game, 1970 something. This set here, he says. Oh. Well, if I just say, yes, they've rubbed off a bit. if I say Ann Summers, that'll say why. Right. Yes, there are various of this particular variety. What do the spots do? This is what the spots do. Dee-dee. Still not in its wrapper. No, still in its wrapper, rather. Okay, what have we got next? This one is from a Heroscape, such that there are 2 faces to say a good defend has happened, but 3 to say a good attack has happened. This is like the MB Milton Bradley Games system they use for Hero Quest, and I believe various of the others. So the same effect can be achieved in counting a 4, 5 or 6 as a good attack and a 1 and a 2 as a good defend. You get the general idea. What have we got here next? We've done you, who haven't we done? Okay, so these, instead of spots all the way round, he says, opening the little box, go on, behave. Can I not open things? If I press in the right way, it should open, you would think. But they're not even going to behave. There. Right, yeah, so these come one by one in your various Munchkin sets. Only used for one particular mechanic in the game, but they're dice spotted otherwise, but with a one with the Munchkin face on. Let's see, who haven't we done? Who wants to come to the front? Right, yeah, okay, so this comes with Magic the Gathering. As you can see, it is a rundown or countdown dice, except the 20 has a Magic the Gathering symbol, and it runs down all the way to 1. Fair enough. This is from some variety of game. Oh yes, that'll be from the the snooker set, won't it? Okay, who haven't we had? Okay, so this gentleman here, D20, but the 20 has the Stranger Things Hellfire Club insignia on, and on the 1 it has manufacturer type information. The thing about this particular D20, over and above its size, is squidgy, squidgy, squidgy. It's a foam. I don't have more than half a dozen of those, I think. Okay. So, what else can you do with the spots? You know, you've got fidget type puzzles, but this is where the buttons go in, but it's sealed such that you can't put all the little buttons in at the same time, because fixed amount of air inside, so you push somewhere, it'll push out somewhere else. Little fidget dice there. Harping dice. Let's see what else we can do with V. No, not you. No, not you. Okay. So here we have a set of Warhammer dice. Fairly standard D6s, except for on the 1 we have a skull. Again, there'll be a Warhammer mechanic attached to that, which I can't for the moment describe for you. But either way, a full set conversation, not a 7 set. Having got them out of the box, trying to get them back in the box and sit nicely. And you're going to behave, you're going to tell me, aren't you? There, all happy now. Good, good, right. Okay, what else can we show you? So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 by 9, so 36 of these. The D6s, but they don't all have spots on. Some of them have some spots, but this comes from, that's very, very old. You can only just make out the little face on there. This is the dice that you roll to say if there's a wandering monster. So this is the dice to determine alignment. That was a dice to determine effect of a critical. The other axis of alignment, how friendly the monster is to you. Trap dice to see what dice gets to what bit of you gets hit by a trap. Let's see. Now, many people knew, he says, let's get these sorted out. Many people know poker dice. Now, even with poker dice, there are various patterns. A typical pattern has a spade on the ace. These are wooden and have a club. 9 of diamonds. The queen is blue, so I can't tell you what suit that's from. The king is red. The jack is black. So, no way to be absolutely certain unless I matched up the weapons. But either way, so I'm going to get you back in here. So I'm entirely unsure what that dice is from. I think I picked a handful up when I was way down south getting some visiting a roleplay centre, and they were selling off dice which just end up on the floor that people lose. So I am not alone in looking after dice what have been lost. Again, we've met this gentleman before, the Anthony special. Yeah. These were from a Dungeons and Dragons board game. Well, they've not got spots. They're not numerated by an amount of swords on them, denoting amount of damage. Sure, I could put together a grid for what the phase space of what damage is possible. Again, these are trap detection for that very same board game. Here we've met this gentleman before. It's just colours and a star. Again, just colours. They'll have come from some children's board game which had a dice with them just for some mechanic during the game. Okay, again this one is just shapes. Okay, we've seen. Here is a poker dice with a spade on rather than. Actually, let's compare them side to side. Although they're both, let's see on. Yeah, so on both the 10 is the diamonds. Oh right. So where the ace is a club, the 9 is a spade. But on this one, where the ace is a spade, the 9 is a club. But they both do. Yeah, on both the 10 is diamonds. Okay, so this particular set originally came blank, and I coloured them in. So on each one there are 2 crosses and 2 lines denoting plus and minus. This was for the fate system. So set of 10, all these 6s, but you can write on them yourself. Dry wipe dice. Okay. So with just a couple of boxes, 4 boxes remaining here. These came from a bookshop. Waterstones. So these are storytelling dice. Okay, let's meet them all individually. Yes, this was the clues set. Enabling you to make your own story. Set of 3. This is the enchanted set. Yeah. Making up your own fairy stories. Set of 3 with story icons on. Okay. But this is the origin, so to speak, of those sets. Oh yeah, so Rory's Story Cubes. We're going to have to go these one by one again, are we? Yeah, so roll your dice and see what story comes up. Of course, these guys yeah, just like that, just like that, just like that. Just like that. All these things you can have rather than spots or just numbers on a dice. Now, even Rory's Story Cubes is not immune to popular fiction tie-ins, because these story cubes are denoting. Can we guess, ladies and gentlemen? Vortex and yes. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Davros, I recognise. A book. Yeah. So sonic screwdriver. Portal. K9. Who's apparently making a comeback in some variety. In the next iteration, we've got the Brigadier. Planet. Explosion. Yeah. Oh, the Master. Any Dalek, Ace on Taran. Couldn't tell you. Oh, Army Base. Yeah, right, okay. Oh yeah, that kind of narrows it down as to when these were produced. New Zealand. And see the book there, yeah. TARDIS console, yes. Easy like that. Yes. Doctor Who story cubes. Okay. So that about sums it up for the dice I have where it is other than a number or a spot. Okay, so as we always say, allié jak test.